Good afternoon, everyone. This is Coach Matt with our Monday workout. Today is our max out deadlift day. So let's get into the warm up. I want to get at least, we get our 3 rounds of the general warm up and then in between the general warm up and the deadlifts, I want to make sure that you're doing multiple reps of progressive weight increases on the deadlift as we go up towards a 1 rep max. And we'll talk more about that in a second. So 3 times through 12 calories, your choice, row, bike, or ski. And then I want you to get that nice, easy toe touch to overhead reach and push up on your toes for 5 times, right? Then 15 seconds on each side of our archer stretch. So we're stretching out the back side of the shoulder, so your posterior deltoid, your lat, as well as your tricep, and all of those things play into my shoulder posture, and so kind of just waking up those muscles, getting them ready to pull something heavy off the ground. And then we're gonna do a little barbell complex. Empty barbell to start off with, and then you can go up in little bits if you want to during the warm-up, but you don't have to on this part. So deadlifts for 6 reps, and then 6 reps of a hang power clean. So pop the hips, pull that bar to that power position and stand. So 6 and 6, light weights on the way up. And then after 3 rounds through of that warm-up, then we'll go into our deadlift warm-ups for the 1 rep maxing. And make sure that you come at this with the perspective of a technical max, okay? So what that means is we are not just seeing how heavy of a weight you can lift with no regard to technique. The technical max means the heaviest weight that you can lift with excellent technique, all right? With your back locked in, with your balance set over the center of gravity, good grip on the bar, no default or no breaks from technical excellence on our lifts. And that sometimes limits you, right? In fact, it always limits you. You will always be able to lift a little bit more if you deviate from good technique, but that's just not the healthy long-term way to lift and build strength, okay? So try to remove ego from the situation. Try not to think about a specific number. Just continue lifting, and wherever it stops is where it stops. I like to say if you feel like you could put like 10 more pounds on the bar, that's usually the right place to stop, right? So in SugarWOD, there's 3 slots for the 1 rep max. You don't have to do 3, you could do 7, you could do 2, but usually the typical arrangement for like a competition meet, like a powerlifting meet or an Olympic lifting meet, is you get 3 attempts at the bar. So that's why there's 3 in SugarWOD. But feel free to use as many or as little of those as you want, okay? When we're finished, and some of you will not finish, right? But don't worry about that. Focus on the deadlifts for today. If you get through your deadlifts and you finish and you're happy with your performance, or let's say you didn't even do a 1 rep max, you just did 3 sets of 5 because you didn't feel like maxing out today, I have a short conditioning workout to do afterwards. Some people who lift more weight will take a much longer time. I know when I do deadlifts, that's usually the entire workout block. The entire 1 hour is spent chasing this one singular high percentage lift, all right? And I have no room for cardio or conditioning at the end of that. And that's because I've been doing it for a long time and I know how much I need to rest. And a lot of other people are like that. And then there's others that are relatively newer and they don't have the ability, or not the ability, but they don't have the necessity for the rest built in just yet, right? And that is also fine. It's just different stages of progression through strength and conditioning. And some people also just want a little cardio at the end of it. So we're gonna have that as an optional block. It's only 10 minutes long, but it should be a relatively challenging AMRAP. And we're gonna revisit that hang power clean that we did in the warm-up at a moderate weight. So 95-65 is the weight. This will be a 10-minute workout, getting as many rounds and reps as you can of the couplet of hang power clean. So that's top of the knees, full hip extension, catching at the shoulders, 6 reps of that hang power clean, and then a burpee pull-up, 6 reps of a burpee pull-up. So I start underneath the pull-up bar that I want to do my pull-up on. My whole body goes to the ground, and then on the way up, I can use the jump to help get me over the top, right? The prescribed height for today is going to be the bar at least 6 inches above my vertical reach. So this would be a good bar for me to do it on right here. But you scale that as needed. And in fact, like if I get to right here and I can't get my chin over the bar, we get something like a plate and put it underneath the pull-up bar, and then I would just do my burpee right next to it and then step up on the plate and do my pull-up on top of that, okay? So there's a lot of different ways you can scale that. Do it at a height that allows you to get your chin over the bar every single rep, even when it's really tough, right? If you get to the point where your chin's not clearing the bar, then we need to elevate your feet to let your legs do more of the work, or slow down, take a little break, and then make yourself get your chin over the bar, okay? 10-minute AMRAP, max rounds and reps of those two movements for 6 apiece, all right? That is it for this Monday. Hope you guys have a great one. I'll see you on Tuesday.